Over the past couple of weeks, I have had parcels stack up in my room. Well, today I will finally be catching up on them and unboxing them for you guys, so let's get right into it. So the first package that I've got here is coming in from Funko, and there are a couple of pretty sweet pops inside of this box. If I'm not mistaken, I think a couple of videos ago I did unbox a pop from this set, so you guys won't be surprised what these are. And so guys, the first Funko Pop in this box is a pretty sweet exclusive. This is Peter Parker from Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I must say, I really enjoyed this TV show. I think the writing was really well done, and I also really love the animation. They just really seemed to get the essence of Peter Parker and Spider-Man in the show, and it just played off really well. And I knew I had to grab a couple of Funko Pops from the set, including this one. I think it's a really sweet looking pop. This is probably one of the best Peter Parker Funko Pops that I have ever seen. It just really looks like him. All down to the hairstyle, his glasses, the outfit he is wearing, and I love the little detail of him pulling the mask out of his backpack. And I don't know if I showed you guys, but it does have that generic sticker right here on the box. I don't really know how I feel about it. It's just something that Funko's been doing recently. I guess it is what it is. But I do think if you're a Spider-Man fan, this is a must-have. The next pop in the box is from the same set. This is Spider-Man in his homemade suit. And overall, I really like this Funko Pop. There are so many details going on here. I love how he's got the web in his one hand and it kind of looks like he's swinging. And there's also a lot of details when you come around to the back of the Funko Pop. All of the tubes that are attached to his web shooters. It is really cool. I don't know why, but for some reason, I really enjoy all of the homemade suits. They're just super iconic and nostalgic to me. So guys, that is all for the first package. Let's get into the next package here, which is coming in from Shaq's Pop Shop. Inside of this box are some pretty sweet horror Funko Pops that I have been waiting on for quite some time, and I am so excited to finally check them out. If you guys haven't yet, I highly recommend you check out Shaq's Pop Shop. They have a wide variety of Funko Pops, and they're pretty reasonable prices. And they are also Canadian. So guys, the first pop I am seeing inside of the box is this really awesome Terrifier Funko Pop. This is the Little Pale Girl, which is a specialty series exclusive. This is a Funko Pop that I have been waiting for a very, very long time, and I'm not sure what was going on. Maybe it was just pushed back from the distributor, but I'm finally glad I've got it in my hands. This is such a creepy little Funko Pop, and it's got some really gnarly details. She's got the rat in her one hand, and she's got a bunch of red stuff on both of her hands. Overall, it's just a really creepy Funko Pop, but I really love it. Hey guys, so I am in my basement. I am just charging up this Funko Pop right here, and I think it's gonna glow really well in the dark. Let's strike this flashlight here and let's check it out. Yo! Oh my gosh, that looks awesome. Even though it's just the eyes, I think it's still worth it getting this Funko Pop. It looks amazing glowing in the dark. And I am so glad it actually shows the rest of the set on the back of the box. If you guys do want to see here, this is the rest of the Terrifier Funko Pop set. Some really great looking ones there, and I really hope they do make some more from the movies. There are some really cool and creepy moments that they could make into Funko Pops. And so guys, the next Funko Pop I am seeing in the box is a pretty sweet horror Funko Pop once again. This is the Grabber from the Black Phone. This is a Funko Pop that was released a couple of months ago, maybe like July, July. I'm not really too sure when, but it's finally here in person, and I really do want to check this out a little bit closer. And so guys, this is what the Funko Pop looks like out of the box. I think it's a pretty iconic looking Funko Pop. He's just kind of sitting there with his mask on. He's got the belt in his one hand, and he looks very dark and brooding and menacing. I think it's pretty cool. And I am very curious to know if they're going to be making Funko Pops for the upcoming Black Phone 2 film that's coming out in a few weeks. There are some really cool looking scenes and moments in that movie that I think they could make into Funko Pops. I don't know, I guess we'll have to wait and find out. Next up, we finally got the only SDCC Funko Pop that I ordered this year. This is Herbie from Fantastic Four. And this is definitely one I want to take out of box because there are a lot of sweet little details with this Funko Pop. And here you guys go, this is what Herbie is looking like out of the box. I think this is a really cool looking Funko Pop, and funny enough, it actually doesn't really look like a Funko Pop. I don't know if you guys can see what I mean, but this is what it looks like in person right here. I don't know, like it's got the kind of iconic eyes, but it's very weird looking. In a good way, in a good way. But I must say, I really do enjoy the look of this Funko Pop, even though it's a little bit different. There's a lot of intricate details with knobs and just the design of the Funko Pop. Overall, I think it works really well. And also, there are two things I do want to show closer off to you guys. I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera, but he's got a 4 on his chest, and it actually says Herbie right down here. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm just trying to get the camera to focus. Yep, there we go. And so last but not least, in that box, we've got a pretty sweet DC Comics Funko Pop. This is Dr. Manhattan from Watchmen. Now, I really like how this Funko Pop looks, but I think Funko missed out on something pretty big here. I think this would have been a fantastic opportunity to make this Funko Pop glow in the dark. It would make so much sense for the character and the Funko Pop, and I think a lot of people would agree with me here. It would just be so much cooler. But all in all, it's still a really sweet looking Funko Pop. I love the fact that they use somewhat transparent plastic for his body. It looks really great with the blue color they went with. And also, I think the paint job is pretty clean. But Funko, if you are watching, you should definitely make a version of this that's glow in the dark. I think a lot of people would love it. And so guys, last but not least, we've got this big box coming in from Funko. Inside of this box are 4 Funko Pops that are part of a set that I actually already showed off in this video, so I'm curious to know if you guys will be able to guess this. So guys, I actually miscounted. I've got 5 Funko Pops here that were in the box, not 4, but I do want to show off the 4 Funko Pops first because they go really well together. So starting off, we've got Mr. Fantastic, the Human Torch, Invisible Woman, and here's the thing. And yes, if you guys didn't notice, these are all exclusive Funko Pops of the characters in their space outfits from the film. I think it's a great looking set altogether, and I do briefly want to show off each one individually, so I'm just going to do that in a 360 here. I love the details of the astronaut suit on each of them, especially the Human Torch one with the flames kind of trying to get out of the suit. I love those details so much. And I don't know how well I'm going to be able to do this, but here are the 4 together. That is what they look like. I think they look awesome. And the 5th Funko Pop in that box is another Fantastic Four Funko Pop. This is the Thing in his trench coat disguise. Now, I really do enjoy the look of this Funko Pop, but it is very similar to the one that they made a few years ago. There's a few little differences, but overall, they look pretty much the same. But all in all, it's still a great looking Funko Pop, and I'm glad it's part of the collection. So guys, that is all of the packages that I've got for you today. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. I had a lot of fun with it, and there was surprisingly a lot of stuff here for me to unbox. As always guys, if you want to see more from me, please don't forget to do those 3 things: like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.